Hello friends, it's me. Today we're gonna be exposing all things you thought you knew and loved before are lies. Okay, not everything, not even close to everything. But some things, like big lighters. You know big lighters, when you're too scared to have your fingernails so close to the flame. The lighters for babies, me. It's literally a little lighter inside it. It just fits snug as a bug in a rug, except it's got this big, large, long casing. You know, kinda like a hot dog, but the dog a little too small. You pay $3.99 for the big one, and then it's like 99 cents for the little one. So you paying hella extra money to be safer. Okay, that makes perfect sense actually. I was always so terrified of using the little lighters. It's like I always thought it was gonna burn me. I can't be the only one. Is this how they start? Is this how M&M's start out? They're just like one long line? Ooh, M&M 2019 getting exposed for what they really are. Cylindrical chocolates. Ah! Some people get these in their packet chocolates. Comment below, is this a jackpot or is it a bad omen? Like you see this and you throwing up and be like, only Skittles now, only Skittles. But this has happened so many times with like cereal, candy. Like sometimes stuff malfunctions and you get this abomination. I mean, part of me thinks it's cool. Part of me thinks, what the hell is that? Desecrating my bowl of M&Ms. Be gone. I don't know how to feel about this. Celebrities are followed by their personal assistants who are constantly correcting the stars, showing them where to stand and what to say for all the sake of perfection. Okay, this is legit. When you go on the red carpet, you always have to have like your publicist or person like walking with you, and that's what the public doesn't see. I've never seen them like hide out like this, but they usually have them like behind them. They'll like follow them, but they gotta be out of the way of the shot. Like you never see them, but they are always with somebody. So this legit. When I was a kid, I thought that quicksand was gonna be a much bigger problem than it is. Yes! I didn't know this was a thing amongst all kids. Like, quicksand seemed like such a huge issue. Like, I remember specifically Googling what happens if you get stuck in quicksand. Like, this was a very common cause of death and disappearances. Or so I thought when I was a kid. Like, I thought it would happen to the beach too. Like, when the sand would get like too wet and then the water would like keep soaking in and then it would cause like actual quicksand. So I was very careful at the beach. I can tell you, all you other generations, that it's gonna be okay. Quicksand isn't even a major cause of death anymore. I don't even think it ever was. But I'm so glad that's over. Wow! That's huge! What kind of dog is this? 10 out of 10 would pet. So this creature is a wombat. I thought they were like this big. You know, like a prairie dog or something. No! This boy, he's thick. He's the thickest in all the animal kingdom. Oh my goodness. This is huge. It's like a squirrel pig. I'm shook. So fascinated though. A wombat, you say? Oh my goodness. Where is this and where can I get it? No, really, this looks like someone merged a guinea pig, a hamster, a pig, a donkey, all together. Such a weird looking animal. No offense if you got a wombat pet. I'm not trying to roast it, but it's a very peculiar looking animal. Okay, this is something I don't understand. Being a YouTuber and all, I need a lot of memory cards. So whenever I go to buy a new memory card, I look at all the types of memory cards. I'm like, why are these so much more expensive than these ones? You know, the ones with a micro SD that you put onto the top. Those are so much cheaper than the one where it's built into it, which I don't understand. They're basically the same thing. When you open up a regular one, it has a freaking micro SD in it. But like, those cost more than the ones where the micro SD is on top. See, I'm not an expert, don't roast me, but like, this is what it looks like inside. You sipping a good old Arizona iced tea. It peels off under it. It's not actually Arizona iced tea. It's lies. What is this? Shackazona? What? There was a Shack Arizona iced tea, and then they were like, nah, we don't want to do this anymore, so we're just gonna cover this bad boy up with our classic look. What? We made too many Shackazonas. We gotta change them back. Fruit Loops all taste the exact same. You know, now that I think about it, it's like Lucky Charms. All the marshmallows taste the same. Fruit Loops too? How could you? I thought it was like strawberry, lemon, orange, green apple. You know, your mind plays tricks on you, thinking that a certain flavor tastes the way it does when they all just taste like sugar and multigrain. Hey, icicles are not supposed to do that, okay? So apparently it was really windy while the icicles were forming. Or is this house upside down? Like, they're not supposed to do that. I thought icicles are just supposed to hang down perfectly vertically. I thought that rhymed for a second. You ever say something and it sounded better in your head and then you think about it and like, oh, not all things thought should be said. Me. You know, nothing to see here, just the regular fire alarm. But what actually is inside a fire alarm? Is there a secret sensor that alerts the police and the firefighters? No, it's literally just a switch. Just a regular switch. Nothing fancy. It's like a step down from light switch. And then you got this big fancy casing around it, making it epic when you pull down when there's a fire. You know, not for no reason. Don't do it for no reason. You're gonna get in trouble. Oh man, how many times in high school and middle school I walked past that bad boy. I was the only one in the hallway. I'm like, you know, I could. Ain't nobody here. I wanted to. I never did it. Thought about it a lot, but I didn't do it. Or did I? Catch me at my 10-year reunion to find out. Just kidding, I didn't. You ever see those colorful dice? On the inside, it's just a regular dice. A normal one? What, did somebody like toss it in the recycling bin and they're like, ooh, hold on. We got a whole specific team searching recycling bins for old used dice. And we're gonna repurpose them to make new dice. Colored dice. It's just freaking dice, but I'm like making it seem like we got a whole elaborate plan and like tactical team doing this. Why? Why couldn't you just make one from scratch? Why you gotta put like a black and white one and then cover it like it's wearing a polka dot suit or something? Everything happens for a reason, and I'm trying to figure out why this happens. You feel me? It doesn't make sense to me. It's recycling for sure. Cause look at this. We got Fruit of the Loom underwear. And oops, Cooper pulled my undies a little too hard and it ripped, and lo and behold, Joe Boxer. Okay, I need answers. Who is Joe Boxer? Who is Joe Boxer? Fruit of the Loom? You got some answers for me or nah? This is not what I specifically ordered. Man, I feel lied and cheated to. I thought I was getting some Fruit of the Loom, but we got Joe Boxer instead. These were someone's dirty used undies and they recycled them, and now here I am wearing someone's used undies. I'm just kidding, guys. They're probably clean and they probably just like recycled the waistband, or maybe it was like a print mistake. I don't know. It's like some toilet paper is made of like recycled ingredients. I didn't know the word. Materials. You know, ingredients work too. Looks through the trash.
This might be a good place to find some ingredients.
You know what's funny? In Kingdom Hearts, this is exactly what you do in the game. You have a friend, Ratatouille. I know his name isn't Ratatouille. He owns a really fancy restaurant, but he doesn't have any food. So he needs you to go get him some food and bring it to him so he can cook you these extremely fancy dishes. So you go through people's takeout, through the trash, food that people have left on the sidewalk, and you look through it. You get ingredients like filet mignon, truffles, lobster, all this fancy stuff, and then give him that food, and he makes you some like fancy feast out of it. We love recycling, but some people take it too far. Imagine going to that restaurant. The salmon is delightful. Where was it sourced from? You know what? I got that out of somebody's lunchbox. Okay, this is kind of dumb, but here we have this bag of potato chips. Sweet potato chips. So it's like enlarged to show texture and detail. Meh, okay, who cares? And then they have another one. They came out with another one. They were like, okay, see the cover art on the bag of potato chips, it is not textured enough. Texture it more. And they made it more textured. Which is it? Do they look like this or do they look like this? Or did you have to change the whole formula that they look more textured? And in turn, you can also update the cover art to look more textured. Okay, I don't know. Next pick. Oh, I've seen this before. We ain't got time to pave this whole road. So we're gonna buy some brick rugs and just lay them down and hope that nobody notices. But somebody already took a picture and now the secret is out. Now everything is what it looks like. I thought I was stepping on some artisan hand-laid bricks. No, they didn't even like cement them down or anything. They're just laying those bad boys across like, there you go. I don't know if this is like efficient or lazy. Comment below. A like for both. Oh, this gives me the heebie-jeebies every time. I was gonna say a shark, a crocodile. So when you see them, you just see their heads in water like this. But what do they look like underwater? They've been walking this whole time. Woo! They're supposed to swim hella fast too. Make me feel blessed I don't live in Florida. Like here we walk outside, we got quails. They cute, they don't hurt anybody. Florida, you walk outside, you got a crocodile. And snakes, y'all have snakes too? No wonder there's no state tax there. Peanuts grow in the ground? I mean, they had to have come from somewhere. I just didn't think it was the ground. I didn't know where they came from, honestly, but all I have to say is nice. Cool story, bro. Now we know. Ever wondered what the actual use of this was? It's to stop your straws from rising thing and hold it into place. Yes, after I figured this out, I was like, yeah, because sometimes when I put my straw into soda, it just like pops right out. I'm like, what you do that for? I'm trying to drink you. Stop. And then I put it through it and it's like, oh, got you. Try escaping now. Wait, I never thought about this. So like a football field is fake? It's just like putting a blanket over the dirt floor and then just like smoothing it out? Why does football field look like a pug? But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below if you learned something new. And make sure you hit that like button in the face. And subscribe to Join the Wolf Pack. Oh! And hit that bell notification. Because subscribing, don't cut it anymore. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.